And here we go. And by the way, I was able to see yesterday that the first 5 seconds are not there
Oh, okay.
when we start.
That's good to know.
So we were naked 5 seconds ago, and now, whew, man. Okay, hey everyone, welcome aboard, and we are live from the couch as usual. And hey everybody, I hope everyone's all right. So this is From the Couch. We're at episode 18. And we are May 11th, 2017. This show is every week, Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 2000 hours Universal Time. And we talk about the last week in gaming, technology, and whatever comes to our mind.
And we are live across the universe.
Yes. Apparently,
but only in 1,000 years on Omicron Persei 8, I believe.
We got donations from a planet 10 light years from here, and we still don't know how to exchange the value of that money, unfortunately. So, hey everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Gilles. We're located in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And my co-host, Gabriel, how are you?
I'm pretty good. What about you?
Not bad.
Had a nice week?
Yeah. Pretty good. This week is kind of...
went to see the Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe.
What? Yes,
that
I did.
Weird movie? Good.
Yes, I did. And I loved it.
Good. So we'll talk about it a little bit later?
Yes. I loved it.
Excellent.
So,
that's cool.
Let me just kind of start this OneNote thing that's still not started.
Hurry.
And hopefully someday soon I'll see something about today.
Smack your computer. It might go faster.
Well, it's Linux.
But smack it. It might go faster.
Well,
when you have a problem with a machine, you smack it.
It already seems bizarre, so I'm not going to make it worse. So, hey everyone, welcome aboard. Everybody in the chat room, we'll say hi a little later, so of course we will be here. So, hey, it's my turn to start, or your turn?
Even number is yours, actually.
Even number is mine. Ah, okay, I'll remember it like that. Why you didn't tell me from the start? You're even numbered.
I told you 3 weeks ago.
Oh, well, I didn't. I don't listen when he's speaking, so,
I don't listen to you either.
Okay. Well, first news. Windows 10 has reached 500 million devices used monthly.
Okay.
And that is interesting because with the build conference, we were hoping and we were thinking we should probably have a number, because if we didn't have a number, we were kind of wondering what the hell's happening with Windows 10. So we have 500 million devices. That's up from the last number, which was 400 million last September.
Okay.
So 100 million more since September.
Not bad.
Right now, the updates are going at a rate of 448,000 installs a day. So that is roughly 12, 13 million, 14 million a month right now. But it is slowing down. I mean,
of course.
In the first year, we had a pace of 2 million installs per day. We're now at 448,000 per day. So, okay, that is a low number, yet Microsoft says they're satisfied. They say they're happy, that it's going well and they're happy and that it's fine like this. So, it's kind of cool, So we are half a billion people with Windows 10 now, which is kind of nice. Now, will that number, because the bad side to it, and many analysts were saying that, is okay, but it's slowing down all the time. Will it come to a point where it's going to be a little too slow and kind of stagnate somewhere? So that's what we're wondering. But I was talking in my my video that I made for the 500 million mark. We're at 448,000 a day, but with Windows 10 S. With Windows 10 on ARM, that one's going to be important. Windows 10 on ARM, which means tablets and phones will be able to run Windows 10. That number, I think, in the next year will either stay the same or maybe even increase a little bit. But of course, that's, we'll see. We'll have to see. And Also, one of the things that makes this a good number, in the past 2 years, the number of PCs sold went down. Still, they were able to have 500 million devices. Well, of course, you got to be careful here. 500 million devices here also mean and count Xbox.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Xbox, what, there were 33 million Xbox, something like that last
something
week?
like that, yeah.
So 33 million of those numbers is Xbox.
Yep.
And a couple of million are...
The Xbox One is running Windows 10?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a variant of Windows 10.
Oh, okay, I thought it was Windows 8.
No, it's a variant of Windows 10.
Okay.
And basically it is really a customized Windows 10 for Xbox.
Okay.
But it is Windows 10. That's why they're doing all these things about, gaming on PC, Xbox, and kind of, mixed in, because all of these things now run the same thing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, 500 million, that's cool. I think, that's a nice number. And today, little scoop, we had the name of the next version of Windows. Which is so original. Incredibly original. It is Creators Update Fall Update.
Wow.
So it's the Creators Update Fall Update. So, okay, couldn't find anything else, especially since there's not a lot of creative stuff in the first Creators Update, except Paint 3D. Okay, we're continuing with the creative stuff. Maybe that's the way they're going to do it, at 2 updates a year. Maybe they're going to have a name for it every year and use the same name, spring and fall updates or something like that. But that's the name that we've got. And so really nice, kind of cool. We also know that they've teamed up also with HP for a Cortana device.
Yeah, I saw that.
That will be like a competition to the Amazon Echo. And so, kind of a nice future. And it's still funny because I still find that Microsoft is like a gazillion times more, there's more innovation there than an Apple right now.
Absolutely.
And it's just so cool to see everything. And a lot of people also, I'm not believe I talked about it. I'm not talking about that, but let's add it to the Windows sphere. We had this week the head of Surface that said, what are you talking about? No Surface Pro 5. We don't have any Surface Pro 5. We don't plan on a Surface Pro 5. We have nothing there for that. So, meaning there's nothing now. But I've got a hunch that there's something eventually.
Well, I believe they should, because otherwise the name Surface Pro will just eventually, disappear from people's mind.
I think they're just not ready for that yet. It's
no, that's all right.
They're taking the time to make a fifth one.
If they skip a year, that's all right. It's not a big deal.
And it doesn't show, but
because the name Surface still runs with the other Surface product.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of problems with the Pro 4 at the beginning, the Surface Book also at the beginning. There were like multiple firmware updates for the device.
Even with Creators Update, I'm having some little issues yesterday that my tablet just froze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, completely. Could not do anything. Had to shut it down.
What were you doing?
I was on Facebook.
Okay.
And really, everything froze. I could not touch, could not use a keyboard, could not.
Okay.
Could not even close it. Put it on sleep. I had to shut down.
Yeah, force shut down. Huh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I guess.
And it's the first time since December it ever.
Have you applied this week's updates?
Yeah, I checked yesterday, and all my updates were done.
Okay. It froze after or before?
After, I believe.
Oh, okay. Maybe the updates are doing something.
Could be.
You'll see as you use it.
But it didn't do anything weird since then, but...
Okay. Well, sometimes.
Anyway, I'm still really satisfied for what I'm doing, Played like 25 hours of video games on it this week.
Yeah. It's like, okay. It is a used device.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's pretty much what I had to say. 500 million. Kudos to Microsoft. I mean, great thing. I still think they should give it free, but that's them.
Yeah.
I think that number would suddenly soar again instead of going down.
Probably.
But anyways, that's what I had to say. A good, nice round number, 500
Cool.
million devices.
So
So what do you have?
Now in the what the heck moment.
What the heck moment? You know what's the worst what the heck moment right now? I don't even have a beer.
But what? You want to stay sober?
Oh God, no!
Here, drink mine. Drink mine. So yeah, what the heck moment? Well, in March, Konami had issues with their new soccer game, which
Soccer game?
football in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
because for the game PES 2017, used the image of Diego Maradona, which is like one of the best football player there's ever been in the last century.
Okay.
Like from the 1970 to the 1990s.
Okay.
And his image was used in the game, according to what they signed for the rights of the game and everything. But Maradona said, "Oh no, you are using my image in the wrong way, and I'm threatening to sue Konami." While he was put it as like the biggest all-star in the game, but he was still unhappy. And now we learned this week that they settled off court, and now Maradona is gonna be a spokesman for the PES game of Konami until 2020.
Huh.
What?
Okay.
How much money is involved in there?
A
I mean,
lot.
you go from I'm gonna sue you to I'm gonna represent you.
A lot of money.
What the heck?
Hey, stop talking.
And so yeah, Konami
Yeah.
neither did much comment on that, but I saw that and was like, okay, wasn't this the guy who threatened to sue Konami and now he's gonna promote the games? It's just like, okay, it's a good news for Konami, it's a good news for the fans of football, of soccer.
Somebody took out
But
the wallet.
it's like, what the heck is
Somebody
going
took
on
out
here?
the wallet. Somebody said, "Hey, let's give this guy a couple of millions. He's gonna shut up, and we're gonna be
Probably more than a couple of million.
happy." So,
So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. It's like
Okay.
one of the big news of the week, just to at least know that Konami won't be in more trouble than they are, in parentheses, right now.
Okay.
They're making money, but since they kind of fired Hideo Kojima,
They're having difficulty.
they're not having difficulty, but the gaming, the players don't really like the company as much.
Okay.
Because the way it was done at the time, Hideo Kojima is like one of the greatest game producer of all time. Well, of the last 20 years, let's say.
Yeah.
And he did the game Metal Gear Solids. And after the last game, he was kind of fired from Konami for unknown reasons.
Okay.
And Konami even prevented him from attending an event in which he won awards.
Okay.
So it's like, it was weird, and the gaming community was kind of pissed at that, and there was rumored that we don't know where Konami is going. They said that they were going a bit more on mobile for the next years, which is weird for a company that made great games. Like I said, Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hills. There was even this demo of Silent Hill PT on the PlayStation Store that was completely removed at some point.
Okay.
So and now at least it gives them something to breathe a little bit, I think, for those who really like their games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird what's going on with Konami these days.
Okay.
I just really don't know what's going on with them.
Okay. Some companies sometimes, that's sometimes what happens in some companies. Sometimes at some point disappear, and you're like, what happened? And it's amazing.
Here it's more like they're making weird moves that you don't understand what's going on.
Sometimes they lose their sense of direction. It's like Microsoft, do weird things sometimes, and you're like,
Nintendo.
who the hell is deciding these things?
Or Nintendo, which is...
Yeah, they're the king of weird stuff. I think
These
they're the
days
king
they
of
are.
weird stuff. You know, we've had plenty of that in the past year.
So, now you want to talk to us about what? Patch Tuesday, what is that?
Yeah,
What
Patch
happened?
Tuesday.
What happened?
So, okay, Patch Tuesday, which is every second Tuesday of the month, is what Microsoft likes to call Security Tuesday. And we had a lot of updates in there, okay? They fixed 57 security holes in Windows. But they fixed one that was amazing. And no wonder they fixed it so fast. Google, last Friday, told Microsoft, do you know that your Windows Defender antivirus has a flaw so big that anybody that just knows a little bit how to program and use a hack can turn Windows Defender into a virus?
No.
And so they said it's actually one of the biggest, amazingly easy to use flaws in years that we have found there. So Microsoft, of course, added that patch to Patch Tuesday this week. And it's like, wow, these guys probably worked all weekend to make sure that it was part of Patch Tuesday. So it was a really amazing flaw. It was easy, and probably already people were already exploiting it. And so it could turn your Windows Defender into a malware machine. And one also of the interesting things that happened, and apparently they had somebody tell them something, of the 57 flaws that they fixed, 3 of them were flaws discovered by Russian spies. 3 of them. Rachel Pearl's not there because she'd love this one. 3 of them by Russian spies. And apparently somebody somewhere told Microsoft, well, you know, the Russians are right now exploiting some little problems in Windows. And so, of course, they fixed these 3 flaws. But kind of interesting when you see that, you know, and I would guess everywhere around the world, you know, all the companies, all the countries, you know, like, you know, China and even the United States. And I wouldn't be surprised Canada does the same. That, you know, they find these holes and they try to hack in there to get more details and information on everybody, I guess. Or maybe I'm paranoid.
No, you're not. The NSA would not be doing that.
I thought you would say, no, you're not, you're just crazy. So, anyways.
No, because if you're crazy, I'm crazy. And I'm not crazy.
Goes together. You're crazier. Yeah, it's the Russian Grapeful Pearls. If you ever see this after, it's the Russians. So anyways, lots of issues are fixed. Lots of things are fixed. I mean, there's also bug fixes. That's why I was wondering about your freeze. Was it after or before? Because they fixed a lot of issues in Windows 10. So it might be, you know, I'm wondering, of course, you know, until next week we'll probably, you'll use it a lot, and if it ever happens again, let me know. I'm just curious because it, you know, it could be one of the bug fixes here that suddenly creates something in your Surface tablet. I haven't seen anything special, except, I gotta say, just as I was starting this PC to do the streaming, it kind of hanged on the lock screen and stayed there.
Oh, that happens to me.
And I was like, what are you doing?
That happens to me relatively often.
Okay.
Especially since the Creators Update. That, you know, I open it, it says getting ready, and it just stays there. You see, you know, the little circle going, but it stays on getting ready. You never see the camera open to do your
login,
face recognition.
Okay.
Though I think I'm not sure if that was that at that time, but I think I can switch to enter my PIN number.
Okay.
But
sometimes.
But it will really just stay on that getting ready screen, even if I put it to sleep, reopen it.
I believe
since the update.
I'm trying to find it real quick, but I don't see it. I believe there's a Windows Hello fix, and what you're referring to with the camera is called Windows Hello.
Yeah, that.
So I wonder, after the update from yesterday, it'd be interesting to see if you still have that.
I still have it.
I believe I did see in the list of all the fixes a Windows Hello fix.
It happens to me like maybe once a week.
Okay, so you'll see if it fixes or not. And of course, if it freezes, it's going to be interesting to know about that.
Yeah.
So
I'll just reinstall the original version and start from scratch.
Anyways, it's time to update your computers, everybody. And don't that's that once you have this fixed, it's the most important thing. This, and it's always amazing, the number of people that I see that don't do updates, and I'm like, well, it's because that's the number one security. I don't even care if you had or not the I don't care if you had or not an antivirus. All I want to say is do your updates. It's the most important thing to do.
Of course.
So update your machines, women and men out there. Windows 7, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. And as a last note, the original Windows 10, the first version that came out in 2015. These were the last updates. If you want to have more security updates, you need to move on to a more recent version of Windows 10. Anniversary update, creators update, whatever, but and I don't even understand why you're still stuck at the first version anyways.
I believe when I bought my tablet, it was the original version of Windows 10, but it did all the updates like...
Yeah, it's often like that. They have the original. I see my clients that buy their PCs, and I'm surprised to see that, wow, this is the original Windows 10 from 2015. How come it's not upgraded already,
Yeah. Well, sometimes, these computers, they stay in the shelves for like a year or two.
And I got to say that, a lot of people, a lot of companies don't put much effort in trying to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, once you install it, it will do the update by itself. So.
Yeah. So update your machines is very important, and that's the number one security thing that you could do anyways for your computer. And it pushes, just by the way, your Windows 10, just to let everybody know, to build 15063.296. That's the numbering that you get when you check your Windows version. So 15063.296. Some have 297. It depends where you live in the world. And if you're on the anniversary update, you're at 14393.1198. That's what you get. And if you want to know that, what I just told you, you gotta go to Cortana.
It's doing an update right now.
That's what?
243.219. 1.243.219.
Okay, but that must be just your antivirus, maybe.
Possibly. Anyway.
But anyways, if you want to see that number, you just go into Cortana search box, type Win, W-I-N, V-E-R, and press enter. And there you'll see Windows version 15063.296 is what you should have.
Yep, that is.
So that's the Windows version. WinVer for Windows version.
Oh, I never guessed.
Yeah!
I'm too dumb to guess that.
I know. But you'd be surprised. Sometimes you have to say.
Yeah, I know.
So, I get that all the time on my channel. Really, you made a video to explain that, and I'm always... You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, you should see my father, who doesn't know what Internet Explorer is.
He doesn't even know what a computer is. Well, almost.
I believe he's actually worse than my mother.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
But that's another story.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for tomorrow.
Oh, God. We'll really get drunk. Okay.
Next, we talk about esports. News and a lot of rumors, actually. First of all, there was in the last few months the Orange E-League 1, which was your European Football League of esports. And now it's official, there will be an NBA esports league, basketball.
Okay.
Playing the game NBA 2K, whatever year they're at.
Mm-hmm.
There will be an official league with 17 teams of 5 players, and we don't know when it will start or what the teams will be or whatever will happen, but it is official. There is an NBA esports league that will happen. Rumors about an NHL esports league also, which is interesting because it really goes to show that esports is growing. And something I heard today, it's still only rumors, but the Overwatch League, which is a league for the game Overwatch that came out last year, that will start somewhere this summer. The owner of the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins bought a spot for a team in this league. And just so you know, a spot in the Overwatch League actually cost between $5 and $15 million.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, okay, how can you enter this league if you don't have any money? Well, that's because they're looking for big sponsors.
Okay.
But, I heard it was like, okay, even like the NFL owners are investing into esports. And you can guess that with these amounts, the price are going to be really big. They're going to recruit the best players they can find. And also because of that, because there is an Overwatch tournament right now, but
okay.
Overwatch is a game that is not that popular right now. It's not like League of Legends or Dota or other esports game. It's gaining popularity, but it's not at the biggest level yet. And the teams that didn't made it into the tournament, many of them are dissolving because they're like, okay, there is no money to make right now. Let's try our chance elsewhere if we can, because it's not viable. So we might see some of these players, like I said, forming new teams and try to get recruits for these big leagues that are coming. When these amounts are invested into esports, when the lottery industry is even taking bets, in Vegas you can bet on esports game.
Why not?
It means there is a pretty penny to make out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
That's what it shows inside. We might say, okay, it's not real sports. We call it esports for electronic sports.
Yeah.
But the best of them all, which are mostly Korean players, they are all millionaires.
We should actually force them to do jogging while they're playing the game.
Well, these guys, they have to stay fit. They have to train. They have to eat well. They most of them have
and if they don't,
a psychologist to help them stay focused.
And if they don't, they'll become sumo wrestlers.
Yeah. and this week I also saw something that made me tell myself, like, okay, I should have played more racing game when I was young, because I like Formula 1. And this week I saw, okay, they're gonna host a Formula 1 esports event.
Okay.
And the big winner will become official driver in the simulator of the McLaren Formula 1 team.
Okay.
It's like, okay, there's one guy there who's gonna win an esports event and then gonna make like $100,000s of dollars in the simulator of McLaren Formula 1.
Okay.
Get lost, you bitch.
Get lost, you bitch. What is that kind of language? It's like me yesterday.
So
saying the F word.
So meaning that even Formula 1 is even going into esports.
Okay.
It's growing. I think it's for the gaming community, it's one of the next big thing.
Okay.
If you've never watched esports, you should watch at least something. Even Street Fighters.
Okay.
These are games that don't last very long, because it's like 90 seconds to beat the other.
Okay.
But it's always interesting to watch, and it's fun.
Okay.
I admit it is fun.
Okay. Let me check. I've never looked at any of those things.
Well, I don't look that much, but once in a while, just go on Twitch TV and.
I should take a peek. Okay. Hey,
What's next?
You know about fuchsia?
That's the color.
Yeah, and it's also now.
Isn't that
an operating system?
Oh, I thought it was also a city in Pokemon. Fuchsia.
Oh, maybe.
No?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no
it's where
idea.
you get like your.
You know that, I know.
It's where you get your 6th badge. You fight against Venonat and Venomat.
Oh, okay. Well, explains the color. So anyway.
Also, so you remember that these Pokemon are purple and
yes,
pink.
yes, absolutely. That's I don't know why. Okay, I should know these things. So Fuchsia is the new operating system that Google has made. You know, every operating system is based on something in general. Okay, most operating systems in IoT devices and Internet of Things devices, most operating systems like Android are based on Linux. Mac operating systems are based on Unix, and Windows is based on Windows. And of course, these operating systems until now were always part and from that similar base all the time. Fuchsia they've just decided, let's create an operating system and stop taking other operating systems to start and then build on the top of it. They decided, we want to have our own operating system based on nothing but our operating system. And so Fuchsia is here. Now it is kind of interesting because it is, first of all, it is really Google's attempt to dump Linux kernel, to make sure that Linux is not part of an operating system anymore for Google.
I keep hitting this
And,
table.
and I believe you did hard this time. And also, what's going to happen is that there are rumors. Okay, first of all, we know that this is because a couple of months back, Google said, Internet of Things devices, they are messed up. There's 300 million IoT devices and there's 100 million operating systems in them. So getting them updated and safe is impossible. It's just, everybody's guess, and the companies don't update stuff. So what they want to do is, first of all, Fuchsia is in the idea that let's put this in Internet of Things devices so that everybody has the same IoT operating system. So when there's a flaw, we can update all the system at once instead of, Now, I understand that this looks interesting on paper, but if you look at Android, it's kind of complex. They're not even able to update Android correctly everywhere. So I don't know what Fuchsia will do to fix that, if it's going to be better. Also, one of the interesting things that some people think is that Fuchsia might actually eventually be replacing Android and phones. And that Google would like that to be a little bit like, Microsoft right now is in the mode of let's do one operating system for everything. Well, Google with Fuchsia is in the let's do one operating system with everything. And that is kind of interesting when you think about it. So, kind of interesting to see that. We'll see what it looks like. It's a very, very unique and different operating system. And let me just do a little something here because I see that the line there is orange, not green. So, anyways, it is an interesting operating system. We'll see where and how this goes. And I think that could be very, very interesting to basically, see where they will have and add all of these operating systems in the future. I think it's pretty cool to see that. Now, one thing that I knew, sorry guys, I'm just going to do a little something here because I think I forgot to put a little something underneath my PC to cool it down. I'm wondering if my PC is not throttling down a little bit because it's too hot.
Well, I just asked the chat if they had any.
So, any problem with the stream? Just out of
I asked in the chat room already.
because
But I don't think we would have known already.
yeah, well, people would told us, but I don't know why it's orange there. Here it's full green, but there's orange.
Well,
So,
it might be YouTube also.
Yeah, that's possible. Maybe it's not even giving the correct everything
No
here.
problem for
So
a few buffers in UK. Well, that's possible. too.
that's possible.
Refresh.
And I don't know. It's
Bit of buffering for 2 seconds. Yeah, he did turn it off.
yeah, I
and
turned it
on
off
for a
and I
second.
turn it on. Oh, it's back to green. Cool.
Okay, good.
Woo! Maybe that's the thing that my laptop's
Okay, we're
was
cool.
overeating, and actually it was smelling electronics that were too hot with the
Yeah?
wind coming out on the side.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was a little my
Close from shutting down.
the PC was probably like, okay, let's throttle down to reduce the heat because it's really too hot here. And I was hearing the fan a lot also, and I'm not used to hearing it that much.
Well,
So anyways, Fuchsia operating system coming to a device near you eventually. It is very unique, very weird in the way that it looks. You know, look at this. This is a picture of Fuchsia. It's kind of a interesting, very blocky operating system. If you guys want to see, this is
it looks like this.
but it's based on, you know, its own little thing. So
Yeah.
no Linux in there, Unix or anything. It's really built from scratch. I like that. I like the idea. I hope that, you know, I think there's place for operating systems out there. And I think it's pretty cool to see that Fuchsia is something. I don't like the color and the logo, but anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that, and eventually. Then again, you know, that green extraterrestrial thing for Android is weird. So, anyways, Fuchsia coming to a something near you eventually. We're gonna. I wonder when. Probably soon. We're gonna see some of the new devices running with this. I've heard also that Chromebooks. You'd like maybe to put Fuchsia on Chromebooks now instead of the Chrome OS. And once again, it's in the effort of one operating system for everything around the world. So, I don't know. This is...
if I had seen that sooner, I would have put it like a pink shirt or something.
yeah, maybe. Maybe that, you know, would have been... Okay, the logo for Google's Fuchsia OS is weird.
Yeah.
And...
The Giro d'Italia pink jersey.
I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know. So, it's a little feminine. Let's put it that way. I'm using Fuchsia.
Well, when I watch cycling, the Giro d'Italia, it's the pink jersey
Yeah.
that the leader wears, and it's like
Yeah.
it's not ugly, but it's like you know,
Yeah, it's, you know, it's kind
you're,
of...
you're this big sporting man, and you're wearing a pink jersey.
I'm a big man sweating in my pink t-shirt.
Oof, for 6 hours on the hill climbs. Oh well, that's another subject.
So, anyways, and new operating system, I think it's a good idea. And we'll see where, you know, where they put that and where it goes.
Next, some interesting numbers. I actually changed the link. I put it there because I first said the first thing I saw. If you're not a gamer, you probably never heard of the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Which is not really good for Nintendo, actually.
No. Oh, okay. You put the link that I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
I was about to add that too for the thing.
So, you know, these are just numbers. First, for Nintendo, you know, if you're not a gamer, only 7% of the average Joe heard of the Nintendo Switch, which is the Nintendo new console that came out about 2 months ago. And that is like really popular and selling out as soon as there's more in stock. So, you know, I kind of tell myself, okay, Nintendo did a good marketing job for the gamers, but for your average guy, okay, they're not getting anyone else with that. And among gamers, of course, the number increased. Like 29% of the gamers say they are aware of what the Nintendo Switch is and what it does.
Okay.
Which, you know, for a console that's been out for 2 months is alright. You know what it is, you know what it does.
Okay.
And just, you know, to add numbers, of course, the most popular console that people are the most aware of Among the non-gamers, 52% of the people are saying they know what is the PlayStation 4, what it does, and are aware of what it is.
Okay.
41% for the Xbox One, which is also really cool. But where it really starts to hurt is for the Xbox Scorpio that's coming out.
I was like Project Scorpio.
Project Scorpio, we still call it Xbox Scorpio often. Among the gaming community, only 14% of gamers say they are aware of what this is.
Okay.
14%. That's not a lot. I mean, even in the Nintendo Switch is more popular than that, and we've known about the Scorpio for longer.
Yeah, for a little while now.
And among, of course, those who don't play video games, only 3% here.
One thing to add to that, because I did see the news and read the article, I think it's Tech Radar or something like that.
It's on GameSpot here.
Okay, but I got an article also on Tech Radar this morning, and it was part of my news. One of the things that also they were saying, though, that was at least the positive thing, is that not a lot of gamers knew about Project Scorpio, but when you talked about them, what it was, the majority of them said they were interested and might be interested in buying one.
Well,
so there's a good side to the I don't know what that is side.
But it's still not much when you say that, like, okay, 77% of people and 72 are aware of gamers are aware of, okay, PlayStation 4 and...
But you got to remember one thing, though,
know
because they know what it is, but they have to know what it is because it's out. And we got to remember, Project Scorpio is something that's not there. So it's difficult to compare. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that they did that. Let's compare the consoles that are out, if they know what they are, versus Project Scorpio that is not something that's out. It's just a project. It's eventually going to be there.
But you know, we've heard a lot about it. Maybe that's why they talked about it, and the fact that we will really see it and find out at E3 in less than a month, actually.
Well, I'm sure that
what it is.
If they do the same thing, they'd ask the same question after E3.
Well, maybe
it could make a difference.
But I really cannot wait for E3 to see it. Of course, when that happens, we're gonna go over all the major conferences here in this show because
it's just that
because I want to.
Like I say, do they have E3? Do they have like a main event that you can watch on the web at E3?
Actually, it's every major conferences. There's gonna be like Sony, Microsoft,
they
Nintendo.
Each have
they have their scheduled conference, which will be, of course, live on YouTube, on IGN, GameSpot, name everything you can imagine. Probably Tech Radar also. Live on YouTube, it's gonna be there on Twitch.
No, it's like now. There's a build conference for Microsoft going on. There's tons of live stuff going on.
Square Enix, Bethesda, Ubisoft, they have something. You know.
So, but like I said, the only thing is that I don't like about that's compared that is just the fact that you're comparing. If you look at the number for the Xbox One, well, it compares to all the other numbers.
Yep.
And Project Scorpio is still, something that's not out yet.
One thing I find funny in this article, and that's just, it's not much, but among gamers, the Nintendo Switch is known a bit more than the PlayStation 4 Pro by like 2%. But in your average Joe, the PlayStation 4 Pro, which is like the PlayStation 4 that can do 4K, is more known than the Nintendo Switch. Which is kind of weird. No,
That's weird.
We're talking about like 1 or 2% of those who answered the survey. But it's like, okay.
We should do our own surveys. Set up the camera somewhere and ask people.
Yeah, you can do like
ask people.
I believe you can do like a survey monkey and just post it on the chat and people will answer.
I'd like one outside. You could go outside with the camera and just, hey, do you know what a PlayStation 4 is?
Okay, we go downtown tomorrow. Oh no, we're busy already.
And you know what? If it would hold, I think we could try something because It's still far away. Next week, temperatures are supposed to be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I was looking at Thursday next week. Inside it was supposed to be like 25. And I was thinking we could set up somewhere else from the couch.
Either from the terrace or in the park.
So I don't know.
No, you need.
I need power, so we have to be somewhere where I can have power anywhere. But we'll see.
I have power.
We'll see.
I have the power.
You have the power, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't it The Simpsons? You have the power.
Something like that. So, anyways,
and just to finish, among non-gamers, still the PlayStation 4 is the most popular, the most well-known.
Okay.
So, if you're not a gamer, I believe it means you are more likely to buy a PlayStation 4 than an Xbox One.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I believe these are still interesting numbers because they show what the general public know about the gaming industry.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. It is interesting to see, what people know about what, and it's also interesting to see when I see things about PCs versus what people know about Macs and everything, and what they think about the different technologies, their own idea of what is what, and what is better or not, and
and I saw this today. What the media even think about video games and technology. We have these devices in our hands every day. We play games on it. Who hasn't played like Angry Birds or a game like that? Even Candy Crush.
Yeah.
But the media, they don't feel the need to talk about it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, I'm sorry, but this is getting the most popular thing in the world. Even more popular than PCs or gaming consoles or anything.
Yeah,
and I gotta say,
even though
let's not underestimate the power of the gaming on these little things.
Many people say they are not gamers, but okay, do you play Candy Crush? Do you play Angry Birds? Do you play balls? Yes. Well, technically, you are a gamer. You play games.
I just want to tell you something. Go to hell with your balls. I just can't stop playing.
Me neither.
I'm watching movies on TV and I'm like,
dude.
And it's actually really cool when you got like a gazillion balls going on.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah. Like level 128 and you see everything. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, my record is like 145 or something now.
I believe I did 216.
Okay, so anyways,
that's it for my
go to hell.
My number crunching of the day.
So hey, hello to chat room.
Yeah, everybody who's on the chat, say hi.
Hello
to
there,
us.
Carol T, Orlando N, Mike Bender, Bobby Burgess, Viper Boy. Hey there, Tommy. Tim Robinson, Mad Radio DXer. Who else are we missing? David Walker. What else we have? Watershed 44. Nice to have everybody here.
Watershed. Yeah, we need a watershed here.
Yeah. It's like, hey man. Hey 1990 Sunbird. Hello there. In Ontario, Patrick Manny. Hey there. TOT. Hello. Nice to have everybody here. Pretty cool. And just to complete a little something I was thinking, and not underestimate this. What I miss right now, you know what? On my with the Apple TV, I could play games streamed on the TV. I would just send them on the TV with the Apple TV and my iPhone. I miss that from this. I need to have.
Isn't there a device to?
Yeah, there is a device. I need something to do that here because I want to play. Some of those games, when you play it on your TV, it transforms your phone into a console.
Actually, yeah.
It's a game console.
And they even sell like these little controllers.
I need to buy something to.
They even sell controllers, and I believe I'm not sure. I'm not sure if a PlayStation controller works or not with Android's phone. With just a tiny bit.
If you have a Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth.
Maybe It's not.
I believe
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think there's just like a tiny bit of tweaking.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think PlayStation 4 controllers work with Androids somehow.
Okay.
Somehow. Don't ask me how. I don't know. That's your department.
Well, we'll try it.
Or Fastlo's department. You might already know how it works.
Yeah, it's possible because maybe.
Who else is there?
What's wrong, Jacqueline McBride? Hello there. What's wrong with your Opera browser? Did you try to reinstall it simply? And you got too many firewalls. Don't install firewalls. I never tell anybody to install firewalls because there's already a good one in Windows. Plus, the routers we use, they have the best firewalls ever. There's like, you just need zero things there. So,
who else is there? Anybody forgot to say
else?
hi to us?
Take care, T.O.
If you have a question for us, now is the time.
Yeah, well, I think I can still play Snake. I think I still have my old Nokia 3310 here somewhere.
Okay.
And I should.
There's a million Snake games on your smartphone. Just choose one that's free.
But it's not the same.
Oh my god. Was there a Snake game on your Amiga 500?
Oh, there's a Snake game on the Commodore VIC-20 from 1981. So,
actually, these are squares, not snake. But
well, it's a snake. Just use your imagination.
You had two at the time.
Oh, that's a snake, really? Oh, yeah. And that's Santa Claus. Oh, really? That little star that's red? Yeah, it's Santa Claus. It's Santa.
I'm
sorry.
Look, it's red and the top peak is white.
I actually, you know what? It wasn't working because we had a really cruel game tonight. Kill Santa.
Oh my god.
But it wasn't working on the Amiga. It would have been so...
To answer you, Orlando, today we're drinking the Don de Dieu.
Don de Dieu, the gift from God.
Oh yeah, beer is a gift from God, definitely.
I tried to find, there's a new FMR just for spring. Au Suro.
Oh, what is that?
I don't even know what it is in English, so, okay. But I did drink once some Suro juice. It's like a little berry that...
okay.
And they actually had a review of it on the La Presse website.
Oh, okay.
And they gave it a 4.6 out of 5, saying that it's very refreshing spring beer.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to find one I thought it would be different and interesting to try it out, but they didn't have it. But I did see something interesting. A case of 12 beer, 4 types of FMR.
Oh, that would... Oh. Okay.
There was the Cassis.
No.
There was the Poire, the pear.
Oh.
There was the blueberry.
Of course. Apple.
And there was the apple.
Okay. I'll drink apple and blueberry for sure.
Okay. It was kind of interesting. I saw the case and I was like,
Speaking of refreshing, when you went to Toronto a few years ago, did you try sugarcane juice?
Nope, but I...
Did you ever drink sugarcane
yes,
juice?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And in Toronto, Chinatown, they do it in front of you.
There was a... where the first job that I had, there was a... there's some of the people there coming from Central America that worked there were eating little pieces of sugar cane.
Apparently it's really good.
And once I was looking and said, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, it's sugar cane." And he would cut a little piece, and you just chew it. You don't swallow it. Anyways, you would not be able to swallow that thing. And it's really, really surprising. It's like a candy. It's really like a candy. It's pretty surprising. I gotta say that. So, okay. Anybody has a question or anything, and about anything? Refreshing spring beer. How about summer? Yeah. Well, we should have summer soon. One day. No, it's supposed to be like 20 degrees outside normally at this time of year now.
Next week.
And it's like 6 or 9 or 10 or something.
Next week is going to be 20.
Next week we're having the 70s for sure. So, Redstone 3 Bob. Why not? That would have been nice. Our fall update will be called Bob.
Oh my god.
Let's install Windows Bob.
Well, I still cannot believe that.
It would be as worse as, let's install Windows 10, I don't know, Bill Gates edition?
Oh, well, what are we doing on?
And you'd have a smiling rich billionaire on your wallpaper.
What are we doing on our Android show so we can buy a lot of candies?
Yes, absolutely. We have to do that. That is true. We really have to do that. Maybe we could add, we could add maybe that would be maybe interesting. Eventually, if we could pull it off, add something like a smartphone show, and you got an iOS device, I've got an Android device, we can rant about everybody's device is so good. Windows 10 Bob version. So Windows 10 is going to be called the Creators Update Fall Edition, which I think misses a little bit out. Not much. Let's say they had not a lot of creativity in the Creators Update Fall Edition name. It's Microsoft missing out a little bit on creativity, I would say. So we would love to do things like Sega Genesis and all of that. We don't have all the devices we need to have.
And sometimes emulation is not that easy to do, especially when you started to use like CD-ROMs or.
Yeah, but we'll try to check out. I believe there's a Sega Genesis emulation. What? So we'll see if we can do something with that. There's also consoles that I haven't thought about that we got to try also in emulation. I saw the other day a ZX Spectrum computer on emulation. Mm-hmm. That could be kind of funny to do it.
What do you think about iTunes coming to the Windows Store?
Well, it's never going to happen.
Anyway, you can already download it.
No, but yeah, the desktop. The problem is if you have Windows 10s, for example, you have to download from the store.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. Apple will never do that.
No.
Apple will never do that. Already, iTunes is the worst piece of crap software on Windows. I'm sorry, but it's such crappy software. But some people got to use it because of their devices. And I believe Apple is intentionally making it crappy on Windows so that people think that everything's better on the Mac or something. I don't know.
Well, that's what everybody would do.
So no iTunes on the Windows Store. Forget it. It'll never happen.
Mm-hmm. You always tell me to come here and look crappy so you can look good. So.
Somebody told me yesterday I have too long hair now. Well, look at that, guys. I've got long hair. So, but that's supposed to change this Saturday. I should be.
They announced today at Build. Really? iTunes on Windows Store.
Really? I don't think so. Really? I didn't see that. I did not see that. That would be major. Come on. You guys are pulling my leg here. I gotta check that out right now.
Look at Turret.
I'm gonna go at Tarot.com.
Well, we'll see.
Apple is bringing iTunes to the Windows Store? Really?
Okay.
Really?
Maybe because of Windows 10s and they don't want to lose possible customers.
His article starts, well, this was unexpected. Microsoft announced today that Apple will bring iTunes to the Windows Store. That's exciting in a way since iTunes is the second most used third-party Windows desktop application. Wow. The second most used third-party application.
Well, it's not surprising. How many people have iOS devices?
So, wow.
Well, I believe, because of Windows 10s, they don't want to lose potential customers.
Key among the question is how Apple intends to make this application available.
Oh,
no one is saying at the moment. Is that Apple will simply use the desktop bridge technology? And that's what I'm wondering. They're just going to use the bridge technology that Microsoft provides to send it to the store. But I would be surprised they do a universal Windows platform app out of iTunes.
Anyway, would Windows approve of an Apple application on their store? That's also another question.
So,
what do you think?
Huh, okay. Well, that's a big announcement.
Whoa.
That's a big announcement.
So.
Talking of announcements, you know what? I was kind of happy. Last week we talked about something, and I don't remember which was the subject, but I could see that everybody was talking about it in their own places, like their own websites of tech news, like the next day, and I was like, really? We had like a news item about something that nobody else had? Really?
That's cool.
Okay. Well, you guys see now how important we are.
Well, it's like when I buy new games, I talk about them here like the next day.
Yeah.
I try to have some relative exclusivity.
Okay.
Because of course we don't, but.
Okay. So Fall Creators Update. Anything else that's announced? Anything else? What? Android on Windows or something? Okay. Wow. I did not see that news. That happened sometime this afternoon, probably in the announcements at Bill. I gotta say, wow. Wow, I'm surprised. Why? I see questions coming in, but okay. Why? Okay. So, the Windows Store and the Apple Store. Yeah, right. I'm sure that's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, but there would be nothing new. There would be nothing new in the Apple Store with the Windows Store in there.
If you want to have really, really important news items, it would be, hey, the App Store from Apple's coming to Windows. That would be a big one. Oh God. Okay. Why does Firefox not have a ZPN? You probably mean a VPN, or a really fast zip PN. It's probably a VPN. Well, no browsers have VPNs in general. It's just Opera. Opera has one. They decided to add that feature to the Opera browser, but no other. No other. And if VPNs are you gotta have a contract with somebody to do that. Also, like Opera has a contract with a VPN provider, because you can't just put a VPN there and say, hey, here you are. You gotta have a contract. You gotta talk to a company somehow and say, hey, we want to have your VPN inside our browser. If and talk probably about there's a money sign in there. Opera doesn't as it's free for us, but there's some way that they're paying the VPN, by maybe selling our browsing history or things like that. They're making money with us. Every browser and everybody's making money with us with what we're doing.
When I go on Amazon and check something, and then as soon as I go on Facebook, what's on the right? The exact item I just watched on Amazon but I didn't buy. It's there. It says, oh, you should buy it. You check that. Do you want it? Click here.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I am always amazed as, okay, I just, go on the web, look at a router or look at some device. And then I'm on Facebook looking at my Facebook feed, and all the time I get, like when I bought my new microwave on Amazon, I think I had a month's worth of microwave ads on Facebook. It's like you watch everybody's doing something. Hey, did you look at these microwaves? I bought it already. Shut up.
I bought Pokemon cards a few days ago. God. And what do I get as advertising?
Yeah, absolutely. Retro Gaming Show is tonight. It's at 23:30 UTC, Man Radio DXer. 7:30 p.m. Tonight is Amiga 500. And we have some interesting stuff. We'll have demos. Once again, some new demos that we haven't seen that are always cool to watch.
True.
Some interesting games, including a fight to the death tonight between me and him on Summer Games 2. with all new stuff that we've never played before, and that we have no idea what to do with.
And do you have working controllers
So,
today?
well, I took the good controller, and
you found it?
and,
You
and,
found it?
and well, that Atari one works well.
Okay.
I played a few games this afternoon,
Okay.
and I did not cheat on Summer Games.
Okay.
I can promise you.
Okay, so it's gonna be like the previous 2 weeks. It worked all afternoon, and we're gonna arrive tonight.
No.
It's not working.
No,
It's not
I
working.
actually make sure that they work tonight, and so.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's what you said
So
last
7:30
week and the week
p.m.
before,
Oh,
and
shut
the
up.
week before.
Just
No.
shut up.
No, I will not.
Yes, you will.
No.
Yes, you
If you
will.
want me to shut up now, you're gonna like me tomorrow.
Well, you know what? You're not in the show anymore.
I'm gonna climb on your balcony and make weird signs in the window.
Well, doesn't matter. The camera's here.
I'll just bang in the window so everybody can hear me.
Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah. I'm still shocked at iTunes coming to the store. My God, this
Well,
is.
check it out and talk to us more about it next week.
I'm probably one of the only ones, anyways, that don't have iTunes on his computer and doesn't care about it. But I don't.
That's because you don't have an iPhone anymore.
And even when I had an iPhone, I did not have iTunes.
How would you put your music on your phone?
I would simply download it from the iTunes store and buy stuff and things like that.
Yes, but video games music is not all on the iTunes store.
And anyways, I was not listening to music on my iPhone much.
No.
I was listening to music. Now I listen to music because this is so much better at getting whatever music you want. Well, thinking about it, I did have iTunes, I think. Because now you make me realize, I had some music. So I did have iTunes, I have no choice. Got no choice, you gotta have iTunes. Shut up. He sounds like a bird.
Quack! Why did Netflix open on my tablet?
Have you tried to reinstall it, Jacqueline? Just uninstall and reinstall it. Get the latest version. And yep, there's a new build that's still installing on my computer over there. 16193. David Walker, absolutely. Yeah, the Opera 45, I gotta say, it's a nice browser because it's different from everybody else. Hey, Gripple Pearls, we were talking about Russia a little earlier. 3 of the flaws in Windows were actually flaws used by Russian spies, apparently.
And I did talk about the New England Patriots also, who have parts in esports team.
Oh, man.
So, shall
else?
we slowly move on to our apps of the week?
Okay, I don't have... Talk about yours while I download one on the fly.
Well,
Okay, well, actually, wait, let's see. Let's see if this game's fun.
so my app of the week is called Plague Inc., which is actually the second most popular paid app on the iTunes Store at the moment.
Okay.
It's around $3. Basically, it's a game where you have to infect the whole world with your virus and, kill the planet.
Okay.
And you start a game, you unlock different type of viruses as you play. But for example, here, you have this the regular fungus, normal.
Regular fungus.
You give a name to your virus. I gave it the name Genova for gaming reasons. And you start the game. You choose a country in which your disease will start from, and you help it propagate everywhere in the world. So, for example, here I'm choosing, the virus is going to start in Saudi Arabia, for example. And then then as your virus progresses, it will move from a country to another by plane or boat, because more and more people get infected. And you can upgrade it. For example, if I choose how it will be transmitted by birds, food, water, air, mosquitoes. What are the symptoms? Because some symptoms, like coughing, will help to propagate your disease. And the abilities of your virus, like will it resist the cure will it resist heat or cold, and at first it starts easy because nobody's aware of the virus existing.
Okay.
But when they find out it exists, okay, now the world starts developing a cure.
Plague?
And Plague Inc. And when, people starts developing a cure, it's a race against time because you want to infect the world before a cure is developed.
It's available on Android.
Yeah, of course.
More than 50 million downloads.
Oh yeah, it's really a cool game. And what is funny is, you start your virus, for example, in somewhere in Africa, like in Nigeria, and you will see, okay.
So you're one of those guys that starts plagues in these little countries where everybody's poor.
Yeah.
Huh?
But what is funny is that, for example, when they start developing a cure, you will see, okay, 1%, 2%, 3%. If you manage to infect like all of the US and Russia and Canada and Europe, you will see the progress of the cure slowing down because the advanced countries are having difficulties with it. They are infected, they are dying, they are they are having all these symptoms, and it is really cool actually. It's like you want to destroy the world.
Okay.
And it's one of these games. I believe it costs $3 or $2.50, something like that. But it's one of those games that gets really, really, really addictive.
Are you really at your second beer and still not started my second beer?
Yeah, because you've been 15 minutes sober before the beginning of the show.
15 minutes sober. That's a long time. So, okay.
So, Plague Inc. on your app store, whichever phone you're using. Is it on the Windows Store? I believe it is, but I'm not
sure.
I think Plague.
I was about to check here, but I don't think
it is on the Windows Store.
I don't think there's a Windows Store in Linux.
For $1 on the Windows Store, actually.
Oh, okay. That's cool. At least
I think I'm gonna buy it on my tablet too.
That's kind of cool. Bigger screen to play it on.
Yeah.
Why not? That's cool.
That's really.
So Windows Store, Android and iOS Plague
everything,
Inc.
everything. Yeah, it is worth it. It is really worth it for like a few dollars. You're gonna have a lot of fun destroying the planet, which is the dream of every man on Earth.
No, I just want to be alone on the planet. I don't want to destroy it.
Well, if you're alone, it's gonna be destroyed anyway.
Yeah, you gotta keep a few people.
We'll
keep the chat room.
Oh yeah.
At least we'll have our fans for our shows.
You'll be like Cartman when he's alone in the amusement park. Oh, I want to be alone. Oh, well, I'm gonna keep him. Oh, I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep him because I'm gonna keep him. Fuck!
Yeah. Okay, so cool and available on all devices.
Yeah.
I have a fun game. No, it's actually a useful app that is kind of cool, and it's the Google Drive app.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about that because a lot of people have phones or devices that don't accept SD cards and don't have a lot of space, but also it's a cool way to back up. On iPhone, you got iCloud. You can, back up on iCloud the different stuff, the pictures and everything. But still, Google Drive is also available on iPhone. And, if you have Gmail accounts, you can actually use the Google Drive to tell just tell it to automatically save your pictures. So you go ahead, you take pictures, and it already goes to the Google Drive, which is automatic. You can put documents, you can put all sorts of stuff. It is by default on many Android devices, but on some devices you might need to get it from the store. And once you install it or you activate it for the first time, it's going to ask you a series of questions. Do you want to back up your pictures, your documents? Do you want to back up your phone, basically? And you can say yeah. And like that, you know that if something happens, your phone gets stolen, anything, you can actually, go fetch your stuff back from Google Drive. Also, on Android, it is the same feature of iOS that if you want to find your phone, you can go to your Gmail account and find your Android phone that maybe you lost or got stolen. Hopefully, if it's turned on, you might see where it is. So Google Drive is something to use on Android, and it's available on iOS. It's available.
Can you actually believe that I know someone who he takes a lot of pictures and videos, and that his phone, his OneDrive, his Google Drive, his the one from Microsoft, his OneDrive, his Dropbox, everything are all filled up.
Yeah.
When it comes to me, it's like, do you have a solution? Well, buy more space,
pay for it,
or delete stuff. Anyway, how many pictures can you really have that you want to keep really, really, really hard?
Well, okay, to that I will say one thing.
Put them on a USB stick.
I take enough pictures. I took a lot of pictures with my iPhone.
Well,
I take a lot of pictures with my Android phone.
Well, I did tell the guy, put them...
I take them with the maximum quality resolution possible.
I did tell the guy, put them on a USB stick. And he's like, yes, but what if I want to show them to someone from my iPad?
Yeah.
Well, okay, how many... Then I'll redo my question. I'll redo my question. How many pictures and videos can you have that you really want to show to someone else?
But still, you know what? I understand the basics of that. Okay, I'm one of those. I'll give you an example.
You really have like 3,000 pictures you want to show to someone someday
I'll
in your life?
give you an example why it's important. Okay.
I'm not saying that.
I'm a very social guy. You know that. Okay. You talk with somebody about, remember 4 years ago when this happened? And then in my head, it's like, I've got pictures.
Just go on Facebook. They are there anyway.
No, not all of them. There's a lot of pictures that you can't put on Facebook.
Well, I don't want to know about your personal life.
I go to OneDrive and I go back to 4 years ago and show them the pictures. Like, I've got 50 pictures of what we were doing.
Okay, well.
So that's why I think. But you know what? My simple answer.
Why don't you keep 25 on your OneDrive and 25 on a USB stick?
I don't want to. I don't want to have a USB stick with pictures. I don't care for that.
Micro SD card then.
I don't care for that either.
Oh God.
Online, I know I'll never lose them. You can lose them on your USB stick. You can lose them on whatever.
If OneDrive closes tomorrow without notice.
It will not.
What do you know?
It will not.
It get pirates, it crashes, and everything got deleted.
No, it will not.
What do you know?
It will not.
What do you know?
So anyways, shut up.
What do you know?
What I'm saying is, I think that it's kind of much better to have them on OneDrive than on a USB stick.
Well, maybe, but I still cannot believe
all I gotta say, you know what, is stop, tell your friends, stop being cheap and pay for some storage, and that's it.
True, but
it doesn't cost that much.
But I still cannot imagine how you can have for like 100 gigabytes of pictures.
Well, I don't have 100 gigabytes, but I probably have, I'd say, if I look at my OneDrive, I'm sure I have probably, several gigabytes of pictures.
Okay.
And on my OneDrive, it's a 1 terabyte, so I don't care, I really don't care.
Okay.
So, hey, Jacob Anderson, nice to have you on board. And no Gabriel Pearls, network attached storage is an interesting solution also. It's just that you gotta have them at more than one place. That's the important thing. But networks attached storage could be interesting, especially if you have a network attached storage that has several drives that actually copy several times your pictures and your stuff on different drives, not to lose them. But yes, that's of course Orlando and a solution. You could have a network attached storage drive on your computer or something, and but it just comes down to one thing. Too many people are just cheap and don't want to buy anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, just buy storage. Or open 14 Gmail accounts. You'll have 14 times 7 gigabytes.
I'd probably do that before before paying.
Oh,
Not
God.
because I'm cheap, because I don't need it.
I have Gabriel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 at gmail.com.
I already have Gabby 131234.
Oh man.
Hey!
My review of Build 16193 will be tomorrow since I don't have time because of the live shows today.
Hey,
What?
when I talk about Guardian of the Galaxy,
Why not?
so when did you see it?
I saw it last Saturday.
Okay, I saw it on Tuesday.
And okay, I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
first.
no spoilers here.
I'm gonna
We'll
tell you
try
first.
to avoid any spoilers.
No, he dies in the end.
Well,
but
but
not true.
Maybe spoilers for the first movie, but if you haven't seen it, you are retarded.
So
So no spoilers for Guardians of
Okay.
the Galaxy 2.
one of the things that happened. Okay, I did like the original one.
Yeah, the original was really good.
And I went there, but you know what? For some reason, I went there with, okay, it's gonna be cool, but I didn't have
That much.
high expectation.
You
I
know,
was like,
it's gonna be nice.
it's gonna be an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
And so I started watching the movie and everything. And it's like from beginning to finish, it's like it doesn't stop. There's always something.
You're always laughing.
There's a lot of jokes in there that are just cool. There are some inside jokes for tech geeks.
For tech geeks, for adults.
There's a lot of little
it's a
things.
movie for everyone.
Inside jokes for people like me that know a little bit more about the music and the stuff that goes back in time, and because the choice of the songs have a little something to do with every moment.
So we have to say it is a great movie. Really.
I got out of there. I remember I got out of there and I was like,
oh my
man, that was so good.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
And I'm a guy that doesn't cry easily on movies. Okay, and there's someone that can tell you that. And I gotta say that damn raccoon, I cried.
At what part? Without saying, basically.
Towards the end.
Towards the end?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, there's a few parts where it's like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's like a non-verbal, look of him and the blue guy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's like,
okay, wait,
okay.
Let's not say more.
But at the end, towards the end, before that famous song that you were telling me about earlier, and it's like,
okay, yeah,
he got his big face on the screen.
Okay. Well, I know what you're going to.
And I was like, okay, I'm crying now.
We have to say,
I'm crying now.
in this one, Rocket Raccoon and Baby Groot are stealing
the opening scene. The opening scene is
it's just great.
So fantastic.
It's just great.
It's just so fantastic. I gotta say that.
Even Drax, which was kind of annoying the first movie.
And the first movie was more of a tough guy. Now it's like it's more of
because he cannot be serious.
There's more communication.
He doesn't know how to lie.
Yeah, and there's more communication also. So it's like, okay.
The soundtrack is still as awesome as the first movie.
Excellent soundtrack.
The
movie's great. I gotta say, if you haven't seen it, and
it's funny.
I don't say that often, but one of the things that I gotta say about Guardians of the Galaxy is see it in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Go see it at the movie theater because you might have a very nice and neat home theater system and everything.
But
it's worth
the
it.
Same.
And also, you know what? One thing that I did notice, for once, the 3D effects were not bad.
Oh no, it was alright.
Because most of the time I'm like, crappy 3D effects all the time.
It's a movie with a lot of CGI to begin with, so
but
it already helps.
There's a lot of 3D in it. A lot more than I expected, and good one, you know? And so many times, there's conversations between characters. And one of the characters here, and you have depression, he's really out of the screen here. A lot of little things like that made it interesting also.
Yeah, and what did I wanted to say already? I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember what I wanted to say.
It happens to me often.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So it's a fantastic
movie.
movie. Just love Guardians of the Galaxy.
It was it is really good. It is worth. Oh yeah, it is one of those movies that if one of my friends ever says like, oh, anyone wants to go see it, I'm like, okay, I'm going again.
Well, you know, when you actually posted on Facebook, anyone wants to go see it, and I was like, that's my chance to get it in English.
Oh, you have to. Oh, that's true because you saw it in French.
Because I gotta say, in French,
It's not the same.
because I had to see it in French because I was with somebody that doesn't speak English. But I've got to say that there are a few jokes that in French they didn't work.
No.
They didn't know how to pull the joke. Because there were a few times I was like, okay, that probably was a joke, but yeah, it doesn't work well. What are you doing?
Open your hand. That
What
was
is
it.
that? A little piece of metal. Always welcome. Did you say until the end?
Oh
end,
yeah.
end?
Because when the generic starts, when the credit starts, there are 5 post-credit
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
5. So
You gotta stay until the end.
You have to. That's Marvel.
You know, one of the things that always makes me so...
Stan Lee's appearance was cool.
One of the things that makes me always wonder why the hell you're going to the movies if, you know, I see these people get up and it's almost as like, oh God, I'm glad it's over and I'm going now. Because it's like half of the movie theater, at least, didn't see anything of the next,
No.
what happened after. And did you see in the text the little things that happened everywhere?
Yes, I was gonna tell you about it. Did you see? You know.
I was looking at the text and I was like, wait a minute, something happened here.
And then you notice what it is.
And
You
I was like,
notice
oh,
what it is.
Here. Oh, okay.
But you notice what it is.
And the person I was with was like, hey, look, did you see that? I was like, what? Wait, look at the text carefully. Okay? And the worst part is when I told him, it was like that part where it took a long time before there was one. And I was like, there's there.
And
So,
by the way, Vin Diesel is still doing the voice of Groot.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Yeah.
And that's a movie you have to see. And I also read that first there's gonna be a third Guardians of the Galaxy, which will be the last. They said that the 3 movies is gonna wrap up the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
And in 2018, the next Avengers, the Avengers meets the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
So this is gonna be like the culminating point
Did you know
of everything they did since
Did you know
2008.
that they were very amazed at the success of the first one? And that one of the reasons why is because of the way it is. You know, science fiction type movies don't appeal to some population.
But that's
lot
a
of,
movie for everyone.
A lot of women just
No.
like, I don't like that, I don't want to go see that. But Guardians of the Galaxy, in the way that it's done, actually appeals to so many people at the same time.
It's a movie for everyone.
That they are surprised. They were surprised at the first one, how they were. It was popular and how wide the audience was, and basically, that was really cool to see all of that. Something happening in the chat room. I don't know what, but that's okay. We've got some people
if you
that.
ever want to see it in English at some point,
You know what?
you know, on Tuesday, the Ultra AVX, it's $11.
Yeah, Tuesday is my night of shows.
Oh, yeah, that's
was
true.
The problem. So.
Well, after your shows.
We'll check it out.
You know, it plays at like 10 p.m. anyway.
We'll check it out.
But the Ultra AVX is like $11 on Tuesday.
Check it out.
Instead of
Okay.
what?
Well, I don't really mind about the price. It was $15.50 that cost me.
Well,
$15.50.
For $15.50, I'll go see it at half the price in regular no 3D.
Do you remember who gave me that that Cineplex card?
Stefan Noy?
You think?
Which one? What color?
It's
The
kind of,
yellow or the blue one?
like kind of yellow. Yeah, yellow. You know, the reason why is because I took it and I went to apply it and it said not activated.
Well, mine is always activated.
Well, I know, but that one was not. So I couldn't use it.
But
Because I believe they activate it when you buy it
well,
because they kind of scan it so that it activates.
that one. Well, did I went to see a movie since March?
So
Did I go see a movie?
It didn't work.
It's either Stefan or Caroline.
Okay.
At Christmas,
check that
I
because-
don't. I believe it's.
No, it's like, hey, the movie's not going to cost a lot. It's like I got $25 gift card, you know?
I believe it's Caroline because I don't think Stefan gave us something this year.
Okay. So, you know, it's like, I was like, oh, cool, you know, $25
Yeah.
gift card. It's not going to cost a lot. It's like, not activated. What? Okay, so now it's costing me $31 to go see the movies.
Well, I think it's Caroline, but
Actually, in total, it cost me $70 to go see the movie.
Well, anyway, ask both of them. You'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it was a problem there.
If you want to go see it in English someday,
the
just,
best for me
give
would
us
be a Wednesday. So we'll check it out. We'll check it out.
Check it out.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to pay like $16 for Ultra AVX.
Well, it's $15.50.
Yes, that's the same.
Well, you know, I've seen it in AVX, so we could go it to a regular. You know, I saw it once. I could just go to a regular. You know.
Just by the way, just speaking about it, right now, you know, I said a few months ago I might be looking to buy some really, headset to play my games and stuff.
Yep.
I saw, it's not given, it's like $250, but the new Revolver S headset from HyperX.
Okay.
On the PlayStation 4, it is compatible with Surround 7.1, and if you don't have 7.1, it is 7.0 to begin with.
Okay.
Currently, it's really like having Ultra AVX in your ears. Like, you start your movie, your game, and you're like, oh crap, is everyone hearing around me because I feel like it's in the room.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's like $250, but I'm kind of looking for it. It's coming with the adapter for your 3mm plug.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Yeah, so you'll be back.
Yes.
If you want to check for Paul the cat at the same time, would be nice. So hey everyone, you are watching from the couch, coming to you from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and of course we are here every Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 hours UTC. Hello there, Sean Robinson. Nice to have you on board. Nice to see everybody here. And what else do we have? So Mike Bender was an idiot in the chat, it seems. Anybody's got Jacqueline McBride, don't install firewalls. You don't need that at all. Remove that. Remove zone alarm. Remove all of those firewalls. You have absolutely no need for that. You're just creating more problems by having these than you are actually helping yourself. So yeah, the cat is outside. So we'll see if he wants to come in. He's been outside for what, 2 hours now. So he's probably close to coming in, but it's it's not too bad outside. So he likes to go play with other cats.
He was under the barbecue.
Yeah, he does. Is it raining?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No, but it's not that
Hey!
hot outside. Our mascot is here.
Hey there, Paul. I know you don't understand English.
Does he understand French?
Bonjour, Paul. He looked at me.
Well, he heard his name.
Paul. Nino. He's just wondering what the hell is happening here. There's wires everywhere.
You should get used to it. It's every Thursday.
Like on the
No, don't go there.
he wants to.
Oh crap.
He just wants to.
So, what's your
So
next?
anyways,
What's your next news?
Okay.
let's move on. What's your next news?
You already have a firewall, Jacqueline, on everything you have. You don't even need to have one installed. Here is the mascot. Paul the cat is here. Hey, everyone. Cat saying hello. So, it's incredible how he smells stronger when he comes from outside. I don't know why. It's like, and he wants to see you now.
Meow. Meow, meow.
Nothing that like a cat paw on our wiener. So, but all firewalls, every firewall is uninstall. Just keep the basic ones on the. What are you doing?
He hopes can reach the water bucket, I think.
Isn't last week it was drinking the water in our beer bucket?
Yeah.
Well, it is good water. Look at that. What are you doing?
He's trying to reach where he can.
It's like, can I reach it from here without going down there?
Well, I'll have a story like that for tomorrow.
So, what, you did that?
Not exactly, but it includes me, a ladder, and a head first.
Oh, that sounds good. A ladder. We want to have that story tomorrow, by the way. Oh, by the way, while we're talking about tomorrow is Anything Goes, everyone.
Oh my
It's
god.
on this channel, and it's at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 hours Universal Time, same time as From the Couch today.
Yeah.
So, hey.
At 4 or 3?
4.
3? Okay, you told me 3 last week.
Oh, it's 4.
Okay.
I
don't care.
It's 4.
I don't care.
So it's 4 p.m. and you're gonna be here.
Yes.
And so
Most likely, yeah.
it's Anything Goes. So tomorrow it's like
The Christmas show without the Christmas suit.
but
You never
anyways, who knows what's gonna happen. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. if you want to be here, guys and girls. Hey there, Fast Load. Okay, what I want to talk about, well, there's Build a lot announcements, a lot of interesting little things at Build happening this week. We just heard one that is like a big whopper that happened today. iTunes coming to the Windows Store, and it's like, what the hell? No, that's not a good idea. Here, okay, please come here. It's basically iTunes coming to the Windows Store. That's a really, really big news. I'm still shocked to I'm still shocked. That's it. I'm totally shocked that iTunes is coming to the Windows Store. Fall Creators Update is also another interesting thing. So we now know that Redstone 3 is Fall Creators Update. That's the name officially. One of the things though that you gotta understand about Fall Creators Update is that it is still supposed to be September. Totally September. So it's
Ooh, he's rubbing my belly.
He's rubbing your belly. Yeah, he likes to do that. What else do we have? We have, of course, lots of stuff for business and for servers, Azure directory stuff, OneDrive on demand, and the cat is really.
He wants attention.
He really wants attention right now. So it's almost erotic.
Almost.
Of course, iTunes to the Windows Store. Lots of mixed reality motion controllers. They were announcing these things that I tried. Ooh. It's kind of very, very special. I can tell you that.
I want to mix my reality with dragons and
unicorns. It's part of why you don't get sick also with virtual reality.
Okay.
So lots of stuff with gear coming from third-party companies about he's having his moments now. Yeah. When he does that, it means he's really, really happy. So
I do that when I'm happy.
VR gear coming from third-party companies like Acer were shown and demonstrated, really, really nice. And of course, developers can pre-order the Windows Mixed Reality headset starting now. What else do we have here? There's a lot of highlights right now because they've added pages to the link that I actually was looking at. So of course they announced 500 million new, Windows 10 devices, 448,000 new Windows 10 devices and computers every day. Pretty cool. They've announced all sorts of little things. Programming made simple. You now have Visual Studio available for Mac. This is totally new. Visual Studio for Mac. Artificial intelligence. Microsoft is actually really getting serious about artificial intelligence.
Woo! Skynet is coming to us.
Yes, it's probably already there with Google, but anyways, artificial intelligence with Cortana virtual assistant. And you know what? I was surprised. Cortana is actually being used at 141 million monthly active devices every
Cortana.
month. Hey Cortana.
Why is mine starting?
Because my voice is beautiful. Hey Cortana. Hey Cortana. What's the weather like? It's 12. So, and that's funny because the first time it's yours, but then it's mine.
I don't know what changes, but
Hey Cortana.
it's alright.
Who's the most beautiful? Oh God. Okay. There's
Anything else to add?
skills kit for Cortana is available now to everybody. Pretty cool. What else do we have here apart from that? Azure Directory, everything about the cloud is big highlight. There's a lot of stuff about the cloud because the cloud is the number one moneymaker for Microsoft now. So of course they want to talk about cloud. It's amazing. They were saying that the cloud services and the cloud stuff from Microsoft year-over-year increase on the revenue 200%. That's kind of good business. Revenue for Windows also. Windows surprised everybody. And what else did we have? Of course, Redstone 3, a few things. Project Neon. I was actually showing a really cool thing on that computer with Project Neon. We're starting to see it in our insider builds. Kind of beautiful redesign, slightly redesign of Windows, but it's a step forward and a step back. I call it like that because it's like, oh yeah, transparencies, because Windows Vista had transparencies. You just took it away, and now you're bringing it back. So it's like, step forward, a step back. That's for
Vista
sure.
sucked.
Well, anyways,
Well, according to everyone.
a little demonstration of the Armin Kardon speaker, Cortana speaker. Kind of looks like a salt shaker or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, Project Neon, Aeroglass 2.0, lots of virtual reality, mixed reality stuff going through. Pretty much that's what is going on right now with Build. Lots of announcements.
I want to live
for
with
pretty much
dragons and
everybody.
rainbow unicorns.
Yes, I know that you want to do that. I want to live with vampires and werewolves.
Well, this could actually be the same world.
I actually want to be in vampires and werewolves and be the guy that kills them all.
Okay, so you're gonna be the guy with the vampires and werewolves.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be in the good guy with dragons
So you'll
and
be
rainbow
in
unicorns.
colorful world. I'll be in a dark world.
And we're gonna meet up.
And we'll meet up somewhere in the middle.
So we'll be each other's end boss. Kind of.
Something like that.
We should actually play Dungeons and Dragons together.
Maybe.
I never played that, and I want to try that someday.
So
I'm gonna ask Caroline. She's gonna introduce it to me.
Oh yeah, lots of.
Or Marie.
Yeah. So okay.
Rumors about the next Assassin's Creed. You know that unpopular franchise from Ubisoft.
Yes.
Well, then they skipped a year. There was no Assassin's Creed in 2016, and apparently the next game will be called Assassin's Creed Origin, and it will be a prequel to the few last Assassin's Creed that came out, and it will be set in ancient Egypt. we don't know much about it. You know, there was a few pictures leaked on Twitter and the other place in the internet, which, you know, like this one, looks like taken from a computer screen somewhere, probably in the studios of Ubisoft Montreal.
Maybe.
So these are the first news for the next Assassin's Creed. Well, I can say I didn't play it as a playtest, so even if I wanted to, I could not tell you about it.
Okay.
I'm saying that because before the show, like, I saw news about another game, which I was like,
Okay.
yeah, okay. I played that, I could tell everyone about it, but I cannot.
There are things like that sometimes.
But, you know, the Assassin's Creed, they took a year off because I believe they had to. It was getting really boring when they took off. Hello?
Cat wants to say hi. Hey, our mascot is back.
When they took out...
And here's a mascot. I think he wants food.
Maybe.
When he's like that, it's because I'm hungry and I really want to have food right now.
When they took out this Assassin's Creed a few years ago with all these bugs that were like, what the heck, they took out a game like this? I think it was time for Ubisoft to say, okay, we're going to take a break.
I never understand that when they, you know, when a company gets a game out and you're like, okay, this is the worst, crappiest thing that I've seen.
Well, when you have enough pre-order to say, I don't care.
You don't, it can be like that. You know why? Because after that, people don't buy anything anymore.
But that's also why I try not to pre-order any game. I will buy it on day one.
Yeah.
But I will not pre-order it because if I know it's going to be... Well, I don't know it's going to be a crappy game, but if I want to kind of force the company to do a good game because we have the big end of the stick.
Yeah.
We give them the money. If we don't buy their games, they will understand that it is not working right.
Yeah.
And by pre-ordering a game, you're saying, I don't care
You're
if
actually,
it's crappy.
No, you're not saying that.
Yeah.
When you pre-order a game, you're giving your confidence to a company.
You're giving a confidence, but the
And you're
reverse way is like, okay, well, if we have, I don't know, 1 million pre-order at $60, that's $60 million in our pocket.
Your game's got to be good.
Your game's gonna be good because you're gonna lose
sorry.
confidence. But what most of them think short terms and are like, okay, well, this is money we are assured to get. Who cares if it's crappy? We're getting the money.
Yeah.
And if they lose your confidence in them, well, okay, you don't pre-order the next one, but they make it really, 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 really good. Well, the reviews are gonna be good, so you're gonna buy it, even if you don't pre-order it.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's like a circle. Okay, it's not good, I won't buy the
It has
next
to
one.
be good.
But the reviews are good for the next one. Okay, I'm gonna buy it even so.
But you're gonna wait. You're not gonna pre-order. You're just gonna wait.
If they take out a new Final Fantasy, I'm waiting. I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy, like
But you're waiting.
completely. If they take
You've decided
out
you want to
Final
wait.
Fantasy 16, I am waiting.
You decided you want to wait.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the last one was like, no, it's not what I expect from Final Fantasy. But I will probably end up buying it even so. I will just not pre-order it.
I was so not gonna say what I was about to say.
That feels good, Paul?
Paul is massaging my penis. Sorry about that. Okay.
So next Assassin's Creed, Ancient Egypt, called Assassin's Creed Origins. That's rumors, but you know, Ubisoft will probably have an event during E3. We should know more. Then, what else do you have to tell us?
Okay.
You.
Me?
You old fart.
You old fart. You young asshole. So, hey.
Still flexible.
Welcome, Miss Lady Catherine. Your asshole? Okay, this one is crazy because okay, it has to do with all the things happening in the United States and boy, you know what? I think since
things are going on in the U.S.
since that guy's in power, I think I've never had so many news about what's happening in the United States. The FCC, the federal, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission in the United States, is right now being controlled by an idiot. Okay, and to give you an idea, he actually said on national television that nobody needs net neutrality because it's bad for everyone.
Oh yeah.
It gives you an idea of how idiot that guy is. But now, of course, they are accepting that people go online on the FCC website and give their advice on what they think about net neutrality. Now, the problem about net neutrality is that it needs to stay, it needs to be there, it needs to exist. But since this weekend, it's almost impossible to give your voice to the net neutrality debate because there's a distributed denial of service attack going on against the FCC website. So it's 90% of the time it's offline. And we learned today, even worse, is that somebody somewhere is like really spamming the FCC website because they received 350,000 reports from different people.
Yeah, I saw that.
About what they, but 128,000 of those are exactly the same message, and it is anti net neutrality.
Oh,
So it's like, what the hell is happening? It's just crazy when you think about it. So, anyways, the FCC, all I got to say, and I want to really, I told that in my news bulletin. I said it yesterday also in a message. If you're in the United States and you see this, net neutrality is very important, okay? Because it means everybody's treated equal on the internet. If you are removing net neutrality, that means, first of all, the internet service providers are winning. Because, and by the way, the head of the FCC, you know who he is? He's
An idiot?
He's the ex-lawyer for Verizon and big media company and internet and cable company.
So he knows his stuff.
So that guy is part of those that don't want net neutrality. He wants these companies to make a lot of money.
And he knows what he's talking about.
Because it's sad, because net neutrality means you could someday go to, subscribe to an internet service provider. And there you'll have, our fee is, $49.95. And if you want to have YouTube, it's $10 extra. Because not everybody is going to be treated equal. So that's the thing here. Is you got to be careful. We got to keep net neutrality in the world. It's very important. We never talked about that when the internet started. It was like that, beautiful little rainbow place where everything's fine.
Little hearts everywhere.
And, we've got hearts everywhere in the chat room right now. We all love each other. And you know what? Net neutrality can even be a problem for us. For a very, very simple reason. Say that they decide that YouTube costs extra. A lot of people would not have YouTube. It's going to impact even the viewership of a show like this via YouTube Live. So, it's something that you guys got to defend. I can tell you that. Right now it's really not going well in the United States with all the different rules. And believe it or not, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about net neutrality. And I received an email of a drop dead. I should drop dead, apparently. And stop talking about U.S. politics.
That's what I've been telling you for 25 years now.
So anyways, if you're in the United States, go to the FCC website. Please file a report. Say that net neutrality is important. Don't just, don't just ignore it. Please take the time to do it. Or you know what? You can actually email or call your congressman and let them know that it's important for you, because you know what? many laws and many regulations in the United States have been changed because when everybody calls in Congress and say, you know what, I'm not happy that it's going like that in Washington, it has an impact. So you got to voice what you have to say, you know, and well, you know, if you voice what you got to say and they change the rules, that'll be another guy that, you know, probably Trump will fire. But, you know, anyways. So, you know, I'm not going to talk about the FBI thing because it's just going to, you know, it's just incredible. I think it's a lack of, it just shows you one thing. That president is the worst thing that could happen to the United States of America. And that's all I got to say with that. I'm not going to add more because politics is a very sensitive issue. And, boy, good luck. I gotta say. So, what else do you have?
Another kind of what the heck moment.
Yeah.
You know, now on the Xbox One, they have this program you can do on the Xbox or Windows Store and create your own Xbox One controller design. Like the color you want for the controller, the color of every single button.
Even I would guess even the shape.
No, just the colors.
Just the colors?
Yeah. Well, I believe if you take like the kind of Pro controller, you can configure where you want your buttons. But you know, like this. Okay, you can choose. Okay, I want the cross to be orange. I want the controller itself to be red. The one of the joystick to be green, the other joystick to be purple, the A button to be yellow, the B button to be blue. Okay, you figure out what I mean. And now Microsoft announced that you could actually make money.
I'm gonna stop this thing here.
With your own design. Like the design, if you make a design that would be popular, like people will see, oh, this is cool, I want this design. Well, you could get money because you made this design.
You know, I look at this article,
and
I wouldn't be surprised that design goes beyond the colors. I wouldn't be surprised that it goes even to the fact that you can redesign the controller.
Because there is the Pro controller,
okay,
which the buttons can be reconfigured.
Okay.
In this case, yes, it goes beyond. But it's the fact that, okay, like, let's say Gabby,
that's cool.
the Proud Geeks design is shown on the Xbox page, and everybody's like, oh, this design
This
is
is
cool,
the one
I
you
want
want.
it, I
Okay.
want it, I want it. Well, you could get money. But somewhere in my head it's like, okay, what the heck? At the same time, because I could say, instead of giving money to this other guy, I could say, well, I'll go make my own controller and just replicate the colors, and well, that's it.
You know,
it's a cool idea, but it's like
Tim Robinson wants a vomit-colored controller. I would see
you
playing a zombie game.
Well, if you can get. You can put like yellow, red, orange, and probably pink everywhere. And it's gonna look like vomit. Basically, you could. It's a bit of a what the heck in my mind because like okay.
So why not?
Okay, you're gonna make money, but
you're not gonna make a living out of it. But you know, it's kind of a cool idea. You know, it's a cool idea because you know what? It can bring some really cool designs to come out. And that you know, you got to think one thing is that the employees, the people, the engineers that think of these things are really like very it's down to earth people that don't really necessarily.
But
you know?
in this case, it's not an engineer that's making money. It's the gamer itself.
Yeah, yes, I know. But what I mean is that before the gamer decides this, you know, the reason I'm saying this is kind of cool. Is that the first engineer that actually designed it, you know, with his engineer mind, which is not necessarily it's got to be this color, that color, and that
but
look.
There's been like an update recently just to say that if you own an Xbox One and you want to make your design available to the grand public, This campaign ends on May 23rd, so you can only submit your design for the next 2 weeks, and then you can start earning rewards for it on May 25th. So it's not like an unlimited forever campaign. It's like something to make publicity for the program itself.
Okay.
And in a way, I think it is pretty cool, the fact that you can design your own controller for Xbox One. But in my that's personal. I just prefer the original plain design. Like, my controller that I bring with me every time. Like, okay, it's the regular one. There's not 100 colors. It's just the plain controller. That's what I like. The original feel of it.
Can you shake a little more?
I'll shake you. I'll shake your Linux computer. But
Okay.
so yeah, but
Well, why not?
basically,
Why not?
if you have an Xbox One and you want to design a controller,
Why not?
you can submit it and maybe make a bit of money out of it.
Why not?
Seize the opportunity. You never know. Even if you're in like.
I want to design one.
If
I want to design the Pink Floyd edition.
Oh wow.
With the rainbow, going.
Even if you earn only like $20 or $40, well, you know what? It's $20 you didn't have in your pocket before.
Oh, of course.
It's a case of beer.
What do you think in terms of beer, not money?
Well, it's easier to count.
So, what is happening? Do you have monetization? Yeah, I've got monetization worth 35 cases a year. Or beer, not beer. Anyways, okay. HP is to mass market 3D printers. They are now actually doing all the assembly line. They say they want to bring down-to-earth 3D printing to everyone. And so, 3D printers are apparently starting next year going to be something we're going to see in every store. And there's going to be different models. And there's even going to be different models that do different types of 3D printing with different types of material. So it's kind of cool. And so they say that the idea behind this is that the world is now mature to get 3D printing, and that we got to bring 3D printers to the home, basically. So I think that's a good
but
that's a good
but
idea.
some 3D printers are getting really affordable.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw something
Absolutely.
not much bigger than your computer here, your laptop,
Yeah.
which is a few $100
Yeah.
plus the product to print, and you would set something the size of this beer pint, and well, in about 6 or 8 hours it is printed and you have it function. You can use it, you can do whatever you
Maybe
want
what
with
we
it.
could do is have a 3D printer and print from the couch memorabilia that everybody could buy, or
That would be cheaper than actually having it made by someone in the store.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I want a 3D printer to print just every single Pokemon.
So what's going to make also 3D printers maybe a little more mainstream if somebody if somebody makes the printer also a little more easy to use, because one of the problems right now is how you got to send the information to the 3D printer to have a printing of the stuff that you want made. I think that yes, I know fast load. I know totally. That could be arranged. You could maybe start a business with that fast load through From the Couch. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting, actually. Some From the Couch stuff. So anyways, 3D printers coming to a mass market near you. Probably, you'll go to Walmart and have 3D printers soon. And that's, why not? Why not? And that's going to be, that's pretty cool. 3D printers are I think, the important things that are kind of cool. They're kind of cool. Fastload has one, and he really seems to be enjoying
Yeah.
the 3D printing.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to give me a Pikachu someday, but we never see each other.
Yeah, well, we have a central point of our different meetings, which is, of course, the bar
Well,
Zoe.
That's what I told him. Meet me at Zoe, or I'll come this summer and jump in his pool, and he'll give me the Pikachu then.
Yeah. So, anyways, 3D printing coming to a Walmart near you soon. Anything else?
Me? Oh.
No, I'm talking to the cat. Hey, Paul, you have anything to add to the show today?
Well, quick news that actually, you remember the NES Classic Mini, which nobody actually got? Well, there's this guy, who actually made a console really similar to the NES Classic Mini, which can also read the original NES cartridges. It's it's an ND console, which, from what I know, was not approved by Nintendo, but will be sold for as long as Nintendo doesn't complain about it.
Okay.
And I think it's just cool because people will surely want to buy that if they still have original NES cartridges, but their NES doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
The fact that it's small and you can buy cartridges on eBay or other websites and play them. I'm not sure I would buy it actually because, well, I think, I had the big buzz with the NES Classic Mini, but it kind of...
It's faded away.
It faded, yeah.
I was like, I want one
For
from the
Christmas.
start.
I want one for Christmas.
And if I would have had it last year available easily, I would have wanted. And no, I have not. And so, but it has faded for me too. Oh, look at the cat, so cute.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
They can't see it.
No, but you can. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
But
That cat loves me.
We'll post a picture on our Facebook webpage.
Yes, you should. That cat loves me.
Don't move.
Stay
But
here.
yeah, I had this big interest.
No, I did not fast load. And you know what? There's also the new Unibro FMR Suro that has a score of 4.7 out of 5 on the La Presse Taste. We should have a Unibro taste something. Tasty moment. That could be interesting. So
my interest for the NES Classic Mini kind of faded away because I wanted one for Christmas.
Me too.
For Christmas, it would have been really cool. It would have given me something to do and try. But after that, it's like, okay, well, there's not anywhere. Why should I care anymore? I'll just borrow it from our friend who doesn't have time to play video games anyway, so...
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
Well, what? He's offering it. I will borrow it.
Yes, why not?
I'm gonna borrow his Nintendo Switch and
Why
play
not?
Zelda.
Why
So
not?
I am posting a really cute picture of Paul the cat on our Facebook page.
So you got fleas now?
And whoopalai.
Hmm?
Whoopalai.
Oopalai.
Yep. I will keep talking.
So, I just want to talk. There was more details today about the Microsoft Windows 10 on ARM. They actually showed the internals of how x86 Win32 emulation works on ARM processors. They show the Windows 10 Pro running on a ARM device. And basically, they say that there will be a lot of devices coming to ARM devices, Windows 10 on ARM, lots of hardware coming this fall, tablets, and you know what? I think this is where the revival of Windows Phone could happen. They're gonna have some kind of Surface Phone, I'm pretty sure.
I want it.
And that Surface Phone will have the real Windows 10 running on ARM on that thing, and they'll add the phone side to it. And you know what? The other day I had I do have these little moments of, hey, I'm a genius. I was thinking about the people, the My People thing in Windows right now, and I'm thinking, what the hell is the My People experience? So interesting in Windows 10. Well, put Windows 10 on ARM and put the My People experience on your phone, and suddenly, oh, okay, I get it now. The My People experience on phone could be interesting, because on your phone you talk with all your friends, and you talk with your family, and so it's kind of interesting. Did you know the cat? I felt the cat. He almost jumped to try to catch your
your little cat.
He was like, okay, something's happening, something's moving, whoa!
Well, whenever I see a bottle cap rebound out of our bucket, I'm like, what the heck happened?
He's pretty good, eh? Jumped right in the middle between the table, the bottles, everything. Nothing fell down.
I can do that.
I don't see it. Unless I film it, and if you really, really break your neck, it's going to be a really great viral video.
Anytime.
So,
anytime
anyways, Windows 10 on ARM also demonstrated today at Build. Pretty interesting. I know a lot of details about that, by the way, that I can't say. But cool stuff coming soon. Can tell you that. That's all I got to say. I've got a sleepy, like, one of my legs is sleeping.
Oh, wow.
It's like, oh, God.
When I do too much bike, it's my dick that's sleepy, but it's something else.
Oh, please shut up. I don't want to know that. Okay.
There's still one at the bottom of the pipe.
Oh, it's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Ugh. Should be cold.
What else? Oh, well, I was talking about Nintendo just a few minutes ago. With the Nintendo Switch, it is now a bit easier to buy games, as they've added features that should have been there, like right from the start. You can tell your Nintendo Switch eShop to store your credit card infos, because before this week.
Now that's safe.
Well, I'm not saying that's safe or not safe. I'm saying it's making it easier to buy games. The fact that, you buy something and every time you have to enter your name, your address, your credit card number, the PIN behind it, and everything, it's like, okay, seriously, you're gonna make me do that every single time? I'm not gonna buy a game on the eShop. I'm gonna buy it on Amazon or something like that,
Yeah.
It's not a big of a news, but it's like, it's a feature that everyone has. And when you launch a console and you don't have this feature to just have the console able to remember your informations, like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
What were you thinking of being, oh, that's not important, we'll do it later.
Okay.
Come on, Amazon's doing it, eBay's doing it.
Yeah, but you know what?
PlayStation,
I have a
Xbox.
problem. I have a problem with anybody that keeps my credit card details. I'm sorry, but I have a big problem with that. It's something that I do not. Well, that is. It's actually a very nice picture.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a nice picture of Paul the cat.
You can print it and ask him to put his paws on it so you get a signature.
This is very nice. This is very nice.
Yep.
Nothing like Paul the cat and my big belly.
So you were saying?
So
People keeping your credit card
yeah,
info?
I don't like the fact that you keep the credit card info. Personally, I don't like it for security reasons, and I rather enter my credit card every time I do a purchase than have a website keep it.
Okay.
Personally,
what I would say is, first, I'm the one who's saying you can keep it, but I'm the one who remembers his credit card number by heart when you don't. And second is like, okay, well, here in Canada, if something ever happens, we are limited to a $50.
it doesn't matter. It's just bothersome, because you gotta.
I'm not
Okay,
bothered by that.
I got stolen money. I got it's kind of very complex thing.
I'm not bothered by that because how often does it happen? if you're gonna get your,
often enough around the world
Ma-
to
Yeah, but, you know
just
what?
not have
Yeah,
credit card
but
info to
I
anyone.
think that even if it's not stored, the fact that you bought something, your information is there.
Ow.
Your information is there somewhere, and can be.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
the limited. I'm the tech guy, so I'm in the really extreme security thing. But I still believe that websites should not have or nobody should have our credit card information. We just enter it when we buy, and that's it.
I don't leave it on any websites, of course, but for
Okay, so on Amazon,
Amazon, PlayStation.
you have your credit card there,
Amazon does it have it? Yes, Amazon does have it.
of course.
Amazon, PlayStation, and well, PayPal. You have no choice.
So me and Fastload will hack Amazon tonight, and we will get all your credit card info, and we'll be able to have fun.
I have a $50 penalty. That's it.
Hey Jerry, how are you? Yeah, why not, Jerry? You've been on for a long time. Let me give you a
Do you have anything else?
moderator
To tell us?
status.
Have anything else to tell us? Yes.
No, you are moderator. What does it say? Remove moderator. That's because he's moderator.
Refresh.
Why doesn't he have
Did you click on the right guy?
him? Let's just do it again. Him. Ah, okay.
You didn't click on the right guy.
Here we go. Hey Jerry, you're moderator.
Did you have anything else?
You've got a
Or I
wrench too
can
now.
Just keep going for a few minutes.
Yes, of course Jerry does. What do you say?
Do you have anything else to add or?
Nothing special. I was just talking about
Okay.
the latest, Windows 10 stuff, but
Okay.
I've got nothing else to say here.
Quickly, a new Xbox wireless headset just came out, and it will connect directly to the console without any dongle, because usually wireless headset you need some kind of dongle to.
Was that a beer burp?
Yeah. You need a dongle to increase or make the Bluetooth for the headset. A new one is coming out which will use the same Bluetooth as for the controllers.
Okay.
So you have no wire and no dongle to plug into the console,
Okay.
which I think is pretty cool because
Okay.
I don't know why nobody thought of that before. The fact that just let it connect to the console's Bluetooth. It's not that complicated. Don't tell me it's that complicated, please.
Yeah.
So that's for the Xbox One. What else? Very quickly, something that I saw just a few minutes ago. I'll talk more about it next week because I didn't have time to read about it. The Hitman franchise is being sold by Square Enix.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen to Hitman, we don't know. And very, very quickly, is it here or is it not? I'm trying to find what I want to talk about, but it might not be here. Oh well, I cannot find it, but this week you're gonna like it.
What?
Minecraft is coming out for the Nintendo Switch.
Shit. I need to drink beer. Minecraft, please.
Cheers.
Please, cheers.
But I had a list of the games that are coming out this week, but I kind of lost it, so never mind.
Yeah, Bluetooth audio fidelity has always been an issue, Orlando. I don't know.
But anyway, like I said, I'm really looking for this Revolver S headset from HyperX, which is okay. Yeah, it costs like $300, but if you can have like super ultra HD sound in your ears, it's like might be worth it,
Okay.
And even as a headset, I heard from the people who tried it, you feel like it's surround sound, even if it's a headset, which is pretty cool,
Okay.
because we all want surround sound when we play games.
Well,
and
it
watch
is
a movie.
nice. It is
and
nice.
watch a movie.
I had the first experience of a surround sound on a game that was called King's Quest when I had my gaming PC, and basically,
That's the one.
okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay, that's a price.
well, yeah, that's the
so
price.
Anyways.
I'm not buying it next week, but maybe this summer. Just
Yeah.
when you put $20 or $30 every week in a bank account, you can get a pretty gift.
Hey, you're lucky to have $20-$30 a week to put somewhere. I don't.
Weren't you a millionaire a year ago?
Yeah, but now I'm totally out of cash and about to sell.
Well, I read something this
I'm
week.
about to sell the YouTube channel.
I actually read something this week. Was it on Kotaku or Polygon? The guy saying that you're not the only one
No, I know.
YouTuber that
No, I know.
is losing money.
No, I know.
And the guy was saying, well,
Ouch.
actually the real answer, if I can say, is to diversify. your
Yeah,
incomes.
you got no choice. You got no choice to do it.
Make
I already started a little bit, but I need to do even more.
sell products of your
Because,
channels.
yeah,
because
no.
I believe you have enough followers that.
Oh,
they will-
absolutely.
they will-
It's like I
We
was
talked-
saying
we
yesterday.
talked about this.
One of the funny things, and we
this
talked about it.
raffle you did.
We talked about it yesterday in my special radio show, where I was talking about it's interesting because I've got, I was looking today. I'm only 200 subscribers away from 30,000 on this channel now. 200 subs away. I am about 300 or 400 subs away from 10,000 on my radio channel. And I was talking about the fact that even though on the views, my Windows channel is way more popular than my radio channel. It's the one that racks in about 70% of all my AdSense revenue. But the radio channel gives 75% of all the donations. So it gives you an idea that there's much more, people are much more inclined to give something on the radio channel than they are on the Windows channel.
They're just cheap ass.
But
No, you're not.
the radio channel, the Windows channel, compensates because it's 75% of the AdSense revenue. So it's very, very interesting to see how it's different depending. And one of the things that's interesting, of course, is that I see on the radio channel, of course, that it's a very niche market. It's a very, very small market, yet of very, very intense fans. And it's interesting to see that also here, I get from 20 to 30 to sometimes 40 live viewers on my different Windows shows. But I easily can reach 70 or 80 or even 100 live viewers on my radio show. It's kind of interesting. It's very interesting to see the different way that things are happening like that. And of course, one of the things that's probably not helping is there's probably a gazillion more YouTube channels that talk about tech and Windows and things like that than there are, even though there's a lot, there's probably less that talk about radio, shortwave radio, amateur radio.
I'm gonna try to write this guy I'm watching every day and get just a plug. The guy gets like 400 views live every day.
Okay.
So if I can, just get a plug somehow, that would be nice. If we don't, well,
And
might as well try it then.
sometimes you look at stats and you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. For example, one other thing that is interesting, I was looking at a very popular channel the other day, and the guy had 2,000 views in about a week on a specific video. And on the radio channel, on the live shows that I do, I get from 1 to 2,000 views in about 7 days on each live show. And I'm like, wow, it's kind of interesting. It's to diversify things. One of the things, like I was saying yesterday, that I don't want to do and I don't like is specific live shows for just paying people. I don't like that idea. Miss Lady Catherine. There's nobody that does it like me. Man. So, yep, it's pretty much, we're getting to the very, very, very close moment where we gotta eat a little something. Garbage tonight. Kind of some kind of chicken thing that's frozen.
Well, worst
With-
case, you have a box of shredded wheats.
I could do pancakes.
That's what I ate this morning, please.
Okay. So, anyways, I was thinking about what the hell. We were supposed to have miso soup, but
Okay.
I misinterpreted the schedule of good food, and this week was not a week that I'd get a box.
Well, next week.
Because you know what? Well, next week there's no good food. There's no miso soup. But I did look at something though. I did see a nice recipe of miso soup that I want to make, and say, hey, okay, I'm gonna make my miso soup, and we'll compare
Well,
our miso soup.
a miso soup that needs miso paste, which is
Yes.
this weird plastic box I bring,
Yes.
and fish base.
There's
These are the basics of the miso soup.
I've seen a very nice recipe
Okay.
that I want to try. So
if you don't have
with,
these two, it's not a miso soup.
with shiitake mushrooms and
Okay, well.
all sorts of
Cool.
little vegetables.
So, what are we doing in about 10 hours?
So in an hour's time, we will be, of course, retro gaming on the Old Computer Museum. Tonight, Amiga 500, real machine, no emulation, nowhere, real machine, and we will be fighting to the death with not Summer Games, but Summer Games 2.
Oh my
With
God.
entirely new competitions that we have no idea how to control, and have a lot of fun. And there's going to be a lot of demos. There are quite a few demos are really cool,
Well,
by the way.
but if you only have one controller and we need two, what do we do?
Oh, we'll take the other one, but on the we'll see.
We'll
Anyways.
figure out
We'll
something.
figure it out. I have the white one that I can plug in, and we'll just
We'll figure.
try to check it out.
As long as it's
So,
not a competition of who's fastest with the arrows, because you were faster last time.
Yeah, well, no, there's no keyboard thing here.
Okay, good.
On the Amiga, no keyboard.
Good.
And the only thing I'm sad is that we didn't have the game Kill Santa. That was kind of fun.
Well, put on your Santa suit. I'm gonna kill Santa.
Tomorrow,
Hello.
by the way, tomorrow he's really hungry. He's like, okay, I can't stand it. I'm hungry and I want you to feed me. That's pretty much what he's saying here. But he's a nice kitty cat. So, tomorrow, also, on this channel, right now, at 4 p.m., you'll be here.
I should.
Hey, tomorrow's Anything Goes.
Don't do that!
No, no tech questions or anything tomorrow.
That's what happened, actually.
Tomorrow is we are going to just have fun, and it almost gonna look like Christmas
Christmas show without
Christmas
Christmas
show.
suit.
Christmas show. So tomorrow it all starts at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 hours UTC. We'll probably really drunk at the end.
Hey, Sean Robinson.
And oh god, I just wonder what it's gonna look like. So no tech questions tomorrow. It's anything goes. We just
It's gonna be fun.
we do everything except tech. It's anything goes.
Actually, if we see something on our Facebook page, we can just say it. But we're not answering questions about tech.
Well,
We'll
answer
we
different
can.
things.
Well,
But I'm being a little. We will, of course, have.
it won't be an informative show. Let's
No.
say it like that.
If you got something to say about what you've heard, maybe a special news,
well,
me too.
but we will not learn much tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow. Yay, Miss Lady Catherine. With a Santa suit.
Uh,
Anything goes, we never know. You never know.
Alright, so.
So,
Thank you,
in an
everyone.
hour's time, Old Computer Museum, Retro Gaming, Amiga 500. Be there, please. It's a fun thing. You know what? Miss Lady Catherine, which is not a gamer, has been having a lot of fun with our retro gaming. Just shows you how everybody loves the retro gaming we do.
And if you're not home, you can watch us on your phone while you're away,
Yes, absolutely.
One headphones in your ear,
We
and
are
the other ear listening to that boring guy who's telling you boring stories.
we are very
Just tell your boss that, oh no, it's for the job what you're listening to.
yeah,
Of course, he's gonna believe you.
Oh yeah, no problem with that, Viper Boy. Why not? He's worth it. Hey, Viper Boy. Here too, moderator. Here we go, Viper Boy. Tommy, you're a moderator now. So when some stupid idiot shows up, it's almost like everybody's a moderator now. I don't think there's an idiot that's gonna be really there. Yeah, Miss Lady Catherine has a great time. So hey, Gabriel Pearls, look at that. Miss Lady Catherine has a hell of a good time on a retro gaming. That just shows you how it's like very entertaining. Let's just say it, entertaining. So Proud Geek, let's plug the Proud Geek. That would be interesting. Somebody who like smack you're out.
Well, can you smack another moderator out?
That's a good question.
Let me smack
Now
you
we're all
out.
curious.
Well, I can smack you out and bring you back.
Well, you can, but no, I cannot block Patrick Manny, for example. I can
Okay.
only signal it.
Ah, okay.
As a moderator, you cannot block another moderator.
Okay.
But you are the owner, so you can do whatever you want.
Oh, but I can block him though.
Well, of course, you are the owner.
Okay, but you
That-
cannot.
I can only signal it.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
you
So
would see-
I'm the king of moderators finally.
Well, of course, you own
I
the
will
channel.
kick your fucking ass. Oh, sorry.
So,
I should not have said that. Got a flag at 18 years now.
that's it for today.
Take a break from him, Grateful Pearls. You know, sometimes you gotta ignore idiots, especially president idiots, and just, you know, take a little time to just have fun. So,
See
all
you
hail
in-
King Jill. So, see you in an hour's time.
Or tomorrow.
And, of course, we'll
Or
be here
next
tomorrow.
Or next
And
week
if
from
you're
the couch
not,
again.
if it's not possible, also I've got my radio show Saturday. Remember, guys, I am actually I have a little contest on the radio channel. You can win a Soft 66 RTL SDR. Check it out. And so Saturday 4 p.m. a nice little show. Hey, this week is really something. I've got shows every day, and you know what? This morning when I woke up, I was like, you know what? Having shows every day is a hell of a lot of work. Because you wake up and it's like, God, you got to prepare the shows, you got to prepare everything.
Do you really
It
have
is
to prepare something for tomorrow?
No, tomorrow we're not preparing anything.
Well-
Tomorrow is the relaxed show because there's nothing to prepare. But every day I have to prepare stuff, you know.
Well,
Like I prepared the OneNote like yesterday, you know, at the last minute because I didn't have a lot of time. So he's just having fun. Well, actually, you know what? The other day he was doing that, and you know what? I heard crunch, crunch, crunch. I was like, oh, there must have been some kind of bug in the box. So, anyways, see you in an hour's time for those that are going to be in the Retro channel. See you tomorrow for those that are going to join us for the Anything Goes. And anything goes. You know, our minds are working. We're going to have to, you know, like think of unusual and whatever things that could happen
we will
tomorrow.
not even have to think. We're just going
And,
to go with the flow. Actually, that's
also pretty much what
that
we do.
will be the show.
Yeah. And
We're going with the flow.
it's like Christmas. Christmas was about pretty much that.
So we're gonna start, and I'm gonna be playing on my tablet with my controller or my 3DS, and he's gonna talk.
And of course, radio show on Saturday, and see you next week for those that can't make it on any of those. Take care, everybody.
Always cool.
Love you all.
Make donations.
Always nice to have you on board. Hey, make donations to what you know. I think we're gonna do it like that. Make donations to my channel, to my my PayPal or Patreon, and tell me, oh, I'm giving this amount. Why not give this amount to From the Couch or whatever?
at yahoo.com on PayPal, I believe.
Yeah, that's kind of impossible to write for pretty much everybody. You can put it on the chat room if you want, but if you want to share, I think it's better like this, and say, hey, I'm giving $10 and I want $5 to go to From the Couch, and I'll instantly send it to From the Couch. That's pretty much the way we're working. It's kind of easier to do it like that. Take care, everyone.
See ya.
Love you all. See you later for those that we see later. See you tomorrow for the others, and see you next time. Stay safe. Love you all. It's always really an honor to host this show for all of you. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.